more when you say learning through time. I would like the people to, I would like especially the youngsters to get the idea when you say time. Learning through time, learning through living, just being alive is enough to make you learn?
Actually, I'll say a very simple story that will make this extremely evident. I live in a place that has lots of security guards guarding it. I live, so whenever I'm going out of my compound, the compound or going into the compound, I pass by a security gate.
Yes.
This security gate has a security guard.
Yes.
The security guard stays around 8 hours on shift, doing nothing but opening the gate and closing the gate. That's his job. So once upon a time, on one day, I decided to smile to this security guard. So I smiled, and he smiled back. So just leaving the gate, I replayed the tape of me smiling to him.
And he's smiling back.
And he's smiling back. So I started concluding something, and that's, if I smile to the security guard, he will smile back. And based on that, I decided to plan for next time I'm moving through the gate, I'll smile to the security guard and see what happens.
Yes.
I did that the next day. And the next day, it was a bit rainy. So when I smiled, he didn't smile back. So I replayed the tape again and started thinking, well, maybe the security guard will smile when I smile at him, except when it's raining.
Yes.
And then I started planning, okay, if it's raining, I don't need to bother about smiling because he will not smile back anyway. And if it's not raining, I'll smile. And I'm going through cycles.
Yes.
So the point is, I'm learning. Yes. I'm learning about when smiling works and when smiling doesn't work.
Yes.
So that's the thing. You're learning by just living.
True.
You're going through cycles. This specific cycle goes through 4 phases.
Okay.
The first phase is actually experiencing. It's actually going through the experience of smiling and him smiling back. And then, as I said, I'm reviewing the tape. So that's the reviewing stage. So you reflect upon your experience. And that's the second stage in learning. The third stage is actually drawing conclusions from this reflection process.
Okay.
So you start at the second cycle. I started doing 2 things. I didn't only reflect upon my second cycle. I started also bringing forth my first experience with the security guard, putting them together and coming out with a conclusion that includes that he will smile back in one case and he will not smile back in another. So that's concluding.
Yes.
It's coming up with a theory, coming up with a certain system. The fourth and final step is actually planning for further actions, planning for actions that will come after that. Given this definition of learning, giving this understanding of learning, you will notice that you actually learn in everything. You learn when to tell your wife what.
And especially that point.
Yes, of course. Yes. And when to use which disciplining technique with your child.
That's true.
And the child will learn when to ask his father for this specific request.
Very good, very
good.
So
you learn. That's the point.
Yes.
When you take the orientation of learning, when you think about learning as learning, you increase the efficiency of the process.
MashaAllah.
You make your learning faster.
Yes.
You don't wait until you fail 100 times to learn that actually this way doesn't work. You just need 3 times. That's it.
I see.
Because you review the cycle quickly.
That's good.